Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. Deputy Premier John Barilaro says Newcastle Council will be given all the resources it needs to tackle the ongoing erosion problems at Stockton Beach. The state government has identified 3 sources of offshore sand to replenish the beach. Data from a 6-week exploration program will now go to Newcastle Council so it can assess the options and submit a development application for a mining licence. John Barilaro says the government will foot the bill for much of the cost of getting the sand onto the beach. Newcastle MP Tim Crackenthorpe says it's welcome news.
We found 3 suitable sources of sand that can be used to nourish Stockton Beach. It's great news. 2 east of the beach and 1 deposit of Hunter River sands off the entry to the port. So now we've done the exploration, we know there's good sand. The next step is for council to apply for that licence. So that'll be done as soon as is possible.
The search continues for 2 men who held up the Iron Horse Inn at Cardiff. The pair forced their way into the pub just after 4 a.m. last Friday and threatened 2 staff with a crowbar and firearm before making off down Harrison Street with alcohol and a laptop computer. Detectives are urging anyone with information or dashcam footage to contact Crime Stoppers. State Parliament is under fire for their business-as-usual approach last week, despite a growing COVID outbreak in Sydney. Hunter MPs have been forced to isolate for 14 days, thanks to the latest health orders and a COVID scare involving the Agriculture Minister. Cessnock MP Clayton Barr says poor decision-making is putting the region at risk.
If you wanted to plan to spread this disease, that's what you do. Sadly and unfortunately, that's exactly what New South Wales Parliament did, and I really don't know why. I don't know what was behind the decision-making process, but we have to take far more caution. We can't do business as usual because it's not business as usual for anyone, especially in New South Wales Parliament.
The latest COVID restrictions have put the brakes on plans to begin a trial of relaxed lockout laws in Newcastle. The 12-month trial was due to start tonight, but will now be delayed until at least July 9. 2 of the major venues taking part, Finnegan's and the King Street Hotel, have decided to close temporarily due to the current restrictions. The state government is boosting funds for a rebate program in a bid to cut the death toll from quad bike accidents in the regional areas such as the Hunter. An extra $3.7 million is going into the program, which provides rebates on roll bars, helmets, drones and upgrades to side-by-side vehicles. $2,000 is available under the scheme, along with a free training program. More than 280 people have been killed in quad bike crashes across the country over the past 20 years. Raymond Terrace's main street will be transformed under a plan from Council. $1.5 million is being spent over 2 stages, with the first set to begin construction in August. The first stage of works will include shade structures, seating and greenery. Deputy Mayor Paul Lamotti says there may be some disruptions during the construction to local business.
Stage 1 shouldn't have too much effect. There might be some minor disruption to traffic, but not too much. Stage 2 will be a bit problematic when we've got to redo the whole street. They're still working on the details of that. There's such a major rebuild that there will be some disruption, but there's just no way you can do a major upgrade like that without some disruption.
2NURFM Sport.
The Jets have recruited Socceroos defender Matt German in their effort to rebuild the club under new coach Arthur Papas. German has spent the last 12 months at Greek club Xanthi and is excited for this new challenge in Newcastle. Unbeaten and sitting on top of Newcastle's rugby union ladder, Merewether have been bolstered with the addition of Hunter Wildfire's front rowers Kai Marshall and Dave Pershert. Meanwhile, University could also be supercharged by the inclusion of Hunter Wildfire stars as players turn to local clubs to stay match fit during a COVID-enforced break from the Shoot Shield. AFL Hunter Central Coast officials have decided against playing senior competitions this weekend due to statewide COVID restrictions. No calls have been made yet about catch-up fixtures lost to the break. And Newcastle's Emily Van Egmond is set to become a 2-time Olympian after being named in the Matildas' 18-strong squad for Tokyo. And the winning numbers in Wednesday Lotto are 44, 45, 22, 39, 26 and 27, and the supplementaries are 33 and 19. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.